I'm honored to nominate former General Lloyd Austin as the 28th Secretary of Defense.
President-elect Joe Biden proclaimed on Wednesday that it was the right moment for his defense secretary pick, Lloyd Austin, despite some concerns from within his own party about the recently out-of-uniform general taking on the civilian role.
Lloyd Austin retired from the military service more than 4 years ago. But the law states that an officer must have left the service 7 years before becoming Secretary of Defense. There's a good reason for this law that I fully understand and respect. And I would not be asking for this exception if I did not believe this moment in our history didn't call for it. It does call for it.
Austin would need both houses of Congress to waive the 7 years out of service law. At least 2 Democratic senators say they would oppose giving Austin a waiver, which was last issued for President Donald Trump's first defense secretary, retired Marine General Jim Mattis.
I know this man. I know his respect for our Constitution. So just as they did for Secretary Jim Mattis, I asked the Congress to grant a waiver for Secretary-designate Austin.
The retired Army general built a reputation as an intensely private man who avoided the spotlight during a distinguished 4-decade career in uniform, including a stint as head of the military's Central Command, which oversees U.S. troops across the Middle East.
I come to this new role, as a civilian leader, with military experience to be sure, but also with a deep appreciation and reverence for the prevailing wisdom of civilian control of our military.
If confirmed, Austin would be the first black Secretary of Defense in U.S. history. Biden has pledged to name a cabinet that reflects America's diversity, and his nominees so far have included several firsts, including Janet Yellen, who would be the nation's first woman Treasury Secretary, and Alejandro Mayorkas, who would be the first Latino and first immigrant to run the Department of Homeland Security.